Hi guys, welcome back to Manifest with Armine. My name is Armine and I'm a law of attraction consultant. This is what I'm making as a follow-up video to the one I just made about how to be easy about getting into a state and feeling something real either for yourself or for somebody else. And to just as the reminder that the effort that you put into changing the way you look at something in your life or somebody else's life is not proportionate to the amount of change that you will see. It takes much less mental effort than you think it might take for things to completely turn around, to be in your favor or the person's favor. So I want to give a few examples of when I saw something, felt it real for somebody and got into that state, and it happened recently. These are like recent examples that I can think of, and there's a lecture, or I think it's a lecture of Neville's that's on YouTube. I think it's the Pearl of Great Price, and I don't remember who had uploaded it, but it's basically similar to the examples that I'll give you now. The examples that he gives of people who saw something for someone else and it came true. It's in that type of, I guess, testimonial, I can say. So basically what I did was these were two separate friends, two separate things I saw for them, one each. One is a friend who lives nearby, and I had recently had my youngest, and she was seeing us in the street, and we were having a quick conversation, just a casual chat about the baby, and she mentioned something about her wanting to have a baby as well, and she's a little older than I am. So when I said, oh, don't worry, my mom was 41 when she had me, and then she said, oh, okay, so I still have hope, and she seemed like she was coming from a place where she, we might know this as women, when you start getting to that age and you haven't had kids yet, and you kind of think like, okay, is this going to happen for me? So what I did when I came home, and this was a natural thing, just like Neville says, I didn't like put this intention out like, okay, I'm going to see it real for her and do this and do that. I didn't. I just came home and I changed it in my mind. I saw herself, I saw her in my mind having a baby, and because it just felt nice to do that, because I figured she wants to have one, and she did have a boyfriend or fiance, I'm not sure at that point if they were engaged yet, but she was, I think, 40 at that time, or 41, and I just thought in my mind that she would be happy. And when she's talking about that topic, I saw her telling me that she was going to have a baby. So what was funny was that, like, I of course I just dropped it after that, and it's not something that I really was ever worried about in the first place, so I had no problem doing that, of course. And what happened was, like, not even a year later, I saw her and she was 6 months pregnant. And the funny thing is that they weren't even married yet, and they were planning to be married, but I saw it for her and she wanted it too, and it happened. So I did not work hard on that. This person has been, in my life in one way or another for several years. She was in a relationship, and then was in a relationship, and then was in a relationship, and just normal, very successful woman in her work. And I just knew that she was getting close to the age where she was kind of, not sure if she was going to be able to have kids anymore. I saw it for her, and then I heard, and I even heard, like, I must have not been aligned with hearing it for some reason until she was like 6 months pregnant. I saw her and I was like, what? So, and then I remembered when I had planted the seed, and I remember that after she told me, of course. I didn't remember it right away, even when she told me. But that's one example. And then we can always brush these things off as coincidence. We can always say, oh, it would have been happened anyway. But when you do this over and over, you'll notice that there's a pattern. And then the other example is a friend who I grew up with, and you know, as far as I remember, like she was in a relationship when she was younger, but that relationship did not continue. It didn't, I guess you could say, work out, but everything works out for us. So she had a relationship when she was younger, and I was very young at that time, so I don't really remember it. And then for years and years, even though she had lots of friends, very active in her community, very successful woman also in her career, and she had not had an actual like relationship, like a serious relationship with anybody, with any man, you know, and she's a little conservative, so she was very focused on her work. But yeah, as long as I knew her, like as from when I was old enough to remember, she was not in a relationship. And she's also a little older than me, and I caught myself once thinking, oh, you know, yeah, she's, you know, she doesn't have a relationship. I wish she had someone, you know. It would be nice if she had someone. And I stopped myself there, and I let the contrast lead me to seeing it for her. And I just thought, okay, I want to see for her that she's in a relationship. Okay, she's in a relationship, she's happy. And I felt it just for a moment. And then, because I knew that and it sounds kind of crazy, but I knew in that moment that I was creating this, I was allowing the solution. Because if she wants it and I'm seeing it for her, then I know it must happen. And I knew it wasn't really, I had, like, how much investment did I have in that? You know, not much. So I saw it real for her, I felt it real. And then I pretty much, I guess, forgot about it. I might have thought about it once, only to remember, like, oh yeah, that's exciting, and this is going to happen for her because I already saw it real for her. And then a few months later, she messaged me and said she's in a relationship, and to look out for an announcement of I'm getting married soon. So, and she was really happy, and she was happy in the way that I saw her being happy. She was happy in a way that I really wanted her to feel, to experience, because I wanted her to experience the kind of love that I experienced in my relationship, and that good being in love feeling, you know. And that's exactly what happened. So again, during the conversation is not necessarily when I remembered I had planted that seed, but it did occur to me soon after that. So these are both things that I have absolutely no like involvement or effort in. Like it's not my business. The only business of mine was that I care about the person, and just enough to know that, yeah, I'd like to see them have this, because I know they want this. You know, on some level they want it, and I'm going to see it for them because I want to see them like that too. And I felt good about it, and I let it go. And those things, or both things that one might think would take a very long time to show up, but it didn't take a very long time to show up. And of course there's a logical explanation to how they happened, but those reasons, like Neville says, the reason that people will show you that why this happened, the steps leading up to it, will always make sense after it manifests, after it becomes externalized in this world. There will always be a logical reason for how it happened, but that is not the cause. The cause is here. The cause is here. So there you go. If you guys have some other stories, I'd love to hear them. Please share them in the comments below. If you like this video, please click like. If you'd like to subscribe, if you'd like to hear more videos like this, because I was talking to some coaches the other day, and which I don't do. I'm kind of not a hermit, but I don't really interact with a lot of other people who teach this, who are truth teachers, I guess you could say, only because I find that I focus more on my own, my thoughts and my teachings when, like, I'm kind of removed from even the law of attraction community. But you know, I do enjoy now having friends and colleagues who are in the same field, and I know that we were talking about different techniques that we use personally, and one was journaling. They were saying that I think all of the other three are very into journaling, and me not so much. And then I realized that the journaling has, aside from its benefits, because yes, it does work when you do it the way it's to be done, a huge benefit to that I could take advantage of is that when you journal, you can easily keep track of the things that you created and that manifested, you know, in the way you wrote it. And the thing is that I do everything in my mind, so I don't always remember the examples. They happen all the time. I manifest things consciously all the time, but I don't keep track of them because I guess I don't care to, but I guess as a teacher, it's a good idea to keep some kind of a log of it so I can share with you guys. Because, you know, it's those examples, it's those demonstrations that are important to share with other people, so you know how common it is for them to work out, because it is common. As miraculous as things might seem, they are not miracles, they're normal. So you can see everything as you can see nothing as a miracle, you can see everything as a miracle, because it is normal to have those things. If you want to call them miracles, then go ahead, but just remember they're normal. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, please do so. I'm looking into making a course and a membership site. There's a lot of details that I haven't figured out yet, and a lot of details that I have figured out yet. But if you'd like more information, or if you'd like to be notified about updates on that, because for the course, I'm gonna have it at a special price for a pre-sale, only for my YouTube and Instagram followers. So if you'd like to get on my email list, and you'll know about it earlier than I announce it other places, then please click the link below and sign up. When that pop-up comes up for my website, just sign up, and then I'll be able to notify you guys when the course is almost being done and when it's in pre-sale. Again, not a big deal. If you're not interested, no problem. But if you are interested, just sign up, and you'll be you'll be knowing as soon as it comes up, because sometimes we forget, and it's good to be reminded. I'm definitely not going to flood your inbox with stuff. I don't do that. I don't like when people do that to me. So just keep that in mind. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a great day. I will see you guys next time.